Hi guys, I'm EVM and welcome to Lockdown. This is obviously something that's going to clearly affect the output of the channel. I had several cars that I was either due to get or should have got a week or two back that obviously I can't now. So all the reviews that I had planned won't happen, or at least not for a while. So it's going to be this sort of video when I'm just talking to camera in my house, because I can't really leave it, of course. Now, one idea I had was to do either one or even a series of live streams as well as this sort of thing, to interact with people and quite frankly, give me and hopefully you something more to do. So it's about, I suppose, trying to increase the content of the channel, but whilst you're confined to spaces like this at home, that does kind of reduce the options. So let me know if you've got any ideas or things that you'd like me to talk about, discuss on a live stream, any of that sort of stuff. I'm going to try and, as I say, increase the amount of videos rather than just do one a week, just to give us both something to do. Now, the topic of this video is something that I probably would have done anyway, and it's something that has recently been highlighted to me by a series of events, and that's that there seems to be, I would say, a good portion of electric vehicle owners out there that don't like Tesla owners. Now, petrol heads and people like that who don't like electric cars, that's understandable. They don't like EVs and therefore they will not like Tesla owners, of course. But I'm on about specifically people who own an electric vehicle, a Leaf, for example, as I used to do, i3s, basically any other one, and they just don't seem to like Tesla owners. Now, the video I did 2 weeks ago-ish, where I basically showed the reveal to yourself and my family of what car I just bought, the Tesla Model 3, that's done really well, a lot higher in terms of views anyway, for me, than I usually get. But what I've noticed is that I had a big slowdown on the amount of subscribers. Normally, certainly for the past, well, quite a few months or more, I've had kind of like a steady upward curve of subscribers, and it's been going really well. But the past, I would say, week and a half, it's just been a gradual, barely an uptake of subscribers. And I'm thinking, oh, what's happened here? What's gone wrong? Have YouTube done something to my channel? Has it changed? What's happening? And when I had a look at the analytics of that specific video, I noticed that although a lot of people did subscribe, that hasn't changed. I think it was nearly 450 to 500 people have unsubscribed specifically from my channel, from that video, from the page that video was shown on. Now, I cannot imagine, after 4.5 years of doing this YouTube channel, anyone out there would be shallow enough to basically say, oh no, I don't like this guy now because he's got a Tesla, because he's succeeded in just one tiny part of his life, and therefore I don't like him anymore. I know some parts of society are like that. People don't like someone driving around in an Aston Martin. They do that when they drive past. Even though that guy might have worked hard for 50 years, building his own company up, it doesn't matter. He's driving around in a posh car, therefore he needs to be ridiculed. Now, I don't think that's what's happened here. I think it's more of a case of people don't like Tesla owners. So that's what this video is about. Now, we'll get onto the topic of the video, why I think at least a portion of EV owners hate Tesla drivers. I'll get into that in a second, but first let me just mention the subscriber situation, what's happened to me specifically, which kind of backs up my claim that, you know, there are people out there that just don't like Tesla owners, regardless of who that person is. I had a couple of people say that I am no longer relatable to them by getting a Tesla. And I kind of get that to a point, but I've spent 4.5 years doing this channel. Several of those videos have been, I'm put a reservation on a Tesla Model 3, I want a Tesla Model 3, ooh, now I can't afford one, ooh, now I can afford one. So it's not a surprise that I was going down that route. But on the relatable side of it, out of the last, I don't know, 30 odd videos that I've done, I've just had a quick look through, only 2 are related to the car I own. The topics are nothing to do with me or my personal situation in terms of the car I own. It's just EVs in general. You know, I've done about used EVs. The last one was about, I think, tax. Where would it come from? The car review, obviously, of the DS3. That was last week's. So basically what I'm saying is, it won't change any output of this channel because I've got a different car in my personal life. It really does. boggle my mind that someone will say, oh, you're no longer relatable to me because you've got a better car than you did before. Is it just me? I said to my wife not long after it arrived, I wonder if a few people on YouTube will think I'm a sellout because I've bought something I've wanted for the last 4 years. Right, enough of that. Let's get back to the topic at hand, which is obviously the main theme of this video, the one I want people to discuss in the comments. Are Tesla owners hated by other EV drivers? Not ICE drivers, EV drivers. But there are a section of society out there, and on the internet mainly, let's face it, who don't like to see people succeed. I've kind of mentioned this before. So I think there's a little bit there. You know, it's a premium car, it's an expensive car, or cars. So there's a little bit of that. I imagine Porsche owners, for example, or Aston Martin owners have the same sort of thing. People, you know, do that to them on the street just because of the car they're driving. So there's a little bit of that. But I'm thinking, is this semi-hatred of Tesla owners from EV drivers partly because of the owners themselves? Let's face it, Tesla owners do have a little level of arrogance to them. Not all, of course, I'm generalising now before anybody says anything, but there is a certain smugness that sometimes comes across from some of the Tesla owners I've had. I did a video last Christmas about the top 5 most annoying comments I always get on the channel, and one of those was when basically Tesla owners just bombard you with messages saying, just get a Tesla, get a Tesla, get a Tesla, like it's the only electric vehicle around. I'm not arguing the fact that Tesla at the moment do make the best electric vehicles around. That's changing, don't get me wrong, it's changing. But at the moment, I will agree with that. They are definitely the best electric vehicles you can get on the market as a whole package. They're not without their flaws, absolutely not. They are the benchmark pretty much every other electric vehicle is measured by. When the Porsche Taycan came out, ooh, is it that or is it the Tesla? Which is best? It's always compared against that because they're the front runners. And that's kind of backed up by the fact that the CEO of Volkswagen himself said that Tesla are around 10 years ahead of all other manufacturers at the moment in terms of electric vehicles. So I guess there's a little bit of smugness there by having something which is the benchmark in its class. It's kind of like the iPhone user. You know, I've got an iPhone, look at me. It's expensive and good. There also tends to be a little bit of a club atmosphere, a clique. As in, you're not going to be accepted until you own a Tesla. Now, granted, in the Tesla Owners Club, that kind of makes sense because it's an owners club. But I have seen that myself in personal life. I'm not on about with the channel now. If you go to, let's say, a motorway service area where you've got a few electricity points and then nearby Tesla superchargers, there is no interaction between the normal EV driver and the Tesla supercharger drivers. I've witnessed it many times. I nearly did a video about it, but it just wasn't interesting enough. So there definitely seems to be a bit of a click there with Tesla owners. And maybe that's what puts people's nose out of joints, maybe. And again, please don't think that I'm having a go at you if you're a Tesla owner. I'm a Tesla owner. This is a generalisation here. There is, as I said before, kind of a fanaticism behind Tesla owners, like there used to be, I would say, with Apple owners. You know, they really believe in the product, which is a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that, but it does come across as anyone that gets any other car is beneath me because I have the best EV on the market. So I'm thinking that's kind of where a lot of this maybe come from. I mean, let's face it, they are the reason why electric vehicles are where they are at the moment at Tesla. They've done a brilliant job. No argument with that, and maybe that's part of the arrogance because they are probably the best around at the moment. Another thing that I've picked up by by researching this topic over the last few days is that quite a lot of people like Tesla, but also quite a lot of people hate Elon Musk, like with a passion. I know quite a few people who say, oh, no, you know what, Tesla, I don't mind them, I like the cars, I just don't like him. So maybe there's a little bit in that as well. Is it Elon Musk that's causing this? Is it the owners themselves? Is it a bit of both? Is it because they're seen as premium and success is a bad thing in today's world? I don't know. What do you think? This is what the comments will be for. It's a relatively short video, is this, just to spark off a discussion. I'm not really saying myself that EV drivers do hate Teslas, but given the evidence I've seen after buying mine, I think there is a bit in there. And if you're wondering why the camera's moving around a bit more, my arm is about to drop off. So yeah, let me know what you think about this topic, and in terms of doing more videos like this, so like a brief video where I just talk, give us a subject to discuss about, and then it goes into the comments below. That's kind of part of the idea. I'm still hoping to carry on the every Friday video on a specific topic or subject. I've got a few ideas for that, just about, at least for a while anyway. But in terms of extra output, shall I do more of these? You give me a topic, I'll talk about it just as I have done in this one, and then we'll run away and talk about it and kill some more time. If you want to talk about it in more detail or in a easier thread, then have a look at my YouTube channel. Rather, not my YouTube channel. What am I on about? You're already on it. My Twitter feed. Jesus, it's been a long day. Look at my Twitter feed. It's at EVManUK. I'll put the link to my Twitter on the description below this video. I'm losing the will to talk at the moment. I've spent a few days working from home, and it's getting quieter and quieter, and I'm about to just go nuts. Right, so that's pretty much it, guys, for this one. It's a bit of a test video. It won't be the best I've ever done, I'm sure of that one. So yeah, please do fill in the comments with the discussion. Stay safe, stay isolated. Thank you to everyone that is out there working, especially, of course, the emergency services, of which my wife is a proud member. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.